Hey everyone, this is Cathy from Whole Home and Body Health, and today I want to talk about your IQ air purifier and changing the filters, because it's a little bit cumbersome to change the filters on the IQ air, but more importantly I want to tell you why it's so important, because I see this all the time in people's homes that they have a filter and maybe the light has come on, no matter which brand, the light has come on to say change the filter, and they just ignore it. And that's not a great idea. Now, the filter that I have, the IQ air filter, there's three filters. There's a pre-filter that gets all kind of the heavy debris and dust and dirt. And then there's a carbon filter and a HEPA filter. And so the carbon and the HEPA filters go much longer, 2 to 4 years, depending on which one and depending on how you run it in your environment. But the pre-filter, you're supposed to change every 18 months. That's the recommendation from IQ Air. However, and I'll show this to you in a second because I've got my filter right here, if the light comes on to change it, you need to change it, and don't ignore that. So I've had this filter running since March. It is late November. So that's what, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, 8 months. Clearly way before the general recommendation. And recently my light came on, actually a couple weeks ago. And I thought that cannot be right. It's way before, almost 10 months before when I'm supposed to change it. And I keep a really clean home, meticulously clean home. I'm constantly mopping and vacuuming with my HEPA vacuum and cleaning. And, I'm in people's homes almost every day, and I know that my house is exceptionally clean. So if 18 months is an average for the general population, I feel like I should be able to go longer. Yet my filter light came on, and I was curious about that, so I checked it out, and I want to show you what I found. Okay, so here's my IQ Air. Now I am going to change the pre-filter. The pre-filter is what needs to be changed. So the first thing I'm going to do is make sure that it's turned off, and I'm going to unplug it for safety. Okay, it is unplugged. And now here is my new pre-filter. Beautiful, just got it. And we are going to take out the old one. Now the first thing you need to do is pull these. There's 2 tabs here actually. It would be better if I turn this to the side. So you're going to pull on these 2 levers here to open it, and they just pull out. Now mine kind of likes to fall back into place, so I got to be careful about that. But you just take off the lid, and then here's your HEPA, which you take out. And then the carbon, which you also take out. And then here's the fan control system. And then your pre-filter is going to be in this little area. Let me move this back a little bit. So you gotta finagle this little guy out a little bit. It just kind of slides out, but you gotta work with it to get it. All right, now here's my pre-filter, and let's take this out and see how it looks. Now remember, it's been going for about 8 months, most days. We turn it off at night, but during the day it is on most of the day. Whoops, well that was a good lesson here. I forgot to take out these, they have these little tabs on here. That you actually need to remove. So good lesson, don't do as I do. Okay, so now I got those tabs out, so it'll come out a little easier. Come on, there we go. And now here's the front. Look at the back. That is wild to me. So side by side, holy smokes. Look at that difference. And remember, I keep a really clean house. Here's the front. Actually, that was the back. So my only the only thing I can really think is that, you know, I keep the windows open pretty much year round. I have cats coming in and out of the house during the day. During the summer months and the spring, they're pretty much out the entire day and the door's open. So that will, you know, increase the dust. Most people do not do that. I don't know if that's why this is happening, but I'm shocked. And I thought this was a really great kind of visual for you to say, do not ignore that filter light, okay? If it goes on, there is a reason why. So thankfully, I've got my nice new clean white one here. I'm gonna reinstall it. Put that right back in there like that. Don't forget your little tabs that just go, these little tabs just click right into the sides here. I am actually missing one, so I'm just gonna put 3 of them in. All right, and then once you got that back in, you gotta finagle it back into this bottom slot. You just gotta, it's easy, you just gotta be patient, work with it a little bit, make sure that it sits right on that bottom ledge very well, okay? And then just put back the other 2 filters here. Just like that. This guy back on top. Alright, you gotta make sure it's sitting properly. I sometimes struggle with that a little bit. There we go. Great. Perfect. Now we are all back together. I'm going to plug it back in. Now, you do need to make sure that you reset your filter here, because when I turn this back on, the red light is still on, telling me that that filter needs to be replaced. So I actually need to change that in the panel here. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Really simple. I really just wanted to take the opportunity to show you that filter because it's so important not to ignore. And you know, if you're ever curious, open your filter up and look. You know, see what's going on with the filters and if it's dirty and it needs to be replaced. So that's it, everybody. Hope you found that helpful. Subscribe, like, hit the bell, all the things, so I can continue to bring this information to more people. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.